We are back on game, Get Up, excuse me, here on ESPN. Forgot the name of the show. Our next game is called Believe It or Not. Harry, if I said Justin Fields is the missing piece for the Pittsburgh Steelers, do you believe it or not?
I'm going to say not. But here's the reason. I think they still need to ramp up their offensive line, also inside linebacker and the cornerback position. It's not just Justin Fields, it's more pieces around that football team.
Why do you hate Justin
Fields? No, it says Harry, believe it or not Kmart apart shop. But I'll have y'all damn chance in a second.
All right, Bartholomew, here.
No, I want his question.
Bart, if I said that guy will make the Chargers immediate Super Bowl contenders, believe it or not?
I believe. Listen, when he took over San Francisco, they were 6-10, and next year they were 13-3. This guy knows how to coach. He's a leader of men. He's going to get them some physicality and discipline. And the secret weapon there, Joe Ortiz, found me out there like the water boy in Southern Illinois. The only team that ever worked me out was Joe Ortiz. They got a great general manager.
All right, like it. And then, D. Wood, how about this? If I said Mike McCarthy entering his last season as the Cowboys coach, it'll be his last season as Cowboys coach. Believe it or not?
I believe it because I think that everything will be predicated on the Cowboys getting to a Super Bowl. And what has led to me to believe that the Cowboys will get to a Super Bowl under Mike McCarthy? I believe that wholeheartedly.
Because they built a championship culture.
We're all in, man.
Yeah, the championship culture. Championship culture without the championship.
That's just what I heard. That's just what I heard.
Yeah, I mean those were his comments earlier. But it was Jerry Jones's comments earlier this week that got everybody talking. When he was asked about Mike McCarthy, he reiterated his faith in his head coach, sort of. Listen.
I thought we made a pretty good move 4 years ago when we hired Mike McCarthy. And he's had some great in-season success. Now, he's come up short three times and advanced us in the playoff. Okay? But I like the fact that he's hanging around the rim. And I like what the team has done to hang around the rim.
Hang around the rim.
So while he's got his coach in the low post, he's also potentially got Bill Belichick on his bench. He gave a quote to Yahoo Sports that was not on camera when he was asked about Bill Belichick and what he respected about him. It's important to understand the question was about what he respected about Bill Belichick. And Jerry offered, I know him personally and I like him. There's no doubt in my mind we could work together. None. So again, to be clear, he was not asked, do you think you could work with Bill Belichick? He was asked what he respected about him, and he offered, there's no doubt in my mind we could work together. None. Are you all right over there, Mr. Woody?
It's been a tough show for D. Wood.
It's just a lot of mind-boggling things going on this early in the morning. Like, Mike McCarthy is the coach. Why in the hell are you talking about Bill Belichick? Like, you could have easily made the move to switch from Mike McCarthy to Bill Belichick, but you decided to retain Mike McCarthy. But now you're talking about Bill Belichick. Like, yeah, I can work with him. What the hell is going on there in Dallas?
I just told you earlier,
I don't
General
understand.
Hospital, Young and the Restless. That's why.
That's what
Jerry Jones is the greatest car salesman in America. The greatest car salesman in America. That franchise is worth $8 or $9 billion, but newsflash, Jerry, if you actually went to an NFC Championship game or a Super Bowl, the franchise would be worth that much more. But for them, it's all about the antics, man.
He's planting seeds. He's making everybody uncomfortable. Mike McCarthy going to his last year of his contract, lame duck. You know, he's letting you know, like, listen, last year you fired Kellen Moore, so I don't have my coach in waiting. Dan Quinn, who knows if he gets a job with the Commanders. I don't know if that's been settled yet. But you know what I'm saying? What he's saying is he's making people uncomfortable. When you hang around the rim every once in a while, you get a crotch in your face, you get dunked on. Just because you're around there and the ball bouncing don't mean that you're going to get the putback.
Okay. I could have done without that. Let me come to you on this. The Belichick of it all, not just in Dallas for the purposes of this conversation. We had this whole cycle come and go.
Yep.
And I remember this began with people talking about, oh, teams might fire their coaches to go hire Bill Belichick. Now, there were 7 openings, not including plus the Patriots.
Yeah.
And no one hired him, and it looks like the Falcons were the only ones that even talked to him. Has Bill Belichick coached his last game in the NFL? Kimberly Martin.
I think he might have, unless the Cowboys, I think the Giants or the Eagles completely have more disappointing seasons.
Or the
have
Bills.
another
Those
disappointing season. Those are the teams that I'm looking at. only given his history in New York, and obviously Jerry's a huge fan of Bill Belichick. I am surprised that he's not that he hasn't been hired. That said, I understand teams want to go, the youth movement. We're talking about new blood. It's not the same retreads. But in Dallas, the fact that Mike McCarthy literally is sitting there like a lame duck, like it really is all or nothing for him this year. And if they do have another disappointing season, why wouldn't you tap into Bill Belichick?
Can I say this about the coaching hires?
Yeah.
Because when you look across the landscape of the NFL right now, 21 of the 31 head coaches that have jobs right now are age 49 and younger.
Yep.
The oldest one that just got hired is Raheem Morris at 47 years old.
Yeah.
So what these owners are telling us
47.
is that we believe in the youthfulness. We believe in relatability amongst our program.
It's a different
Now,
type of athlete.
Yeah.
10 of the 15, minus the 6 that got hired, 10 of the 15 had instant success as first-year head coaches.
Outside of Harbaugh, who's like 60, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I didn't count him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So 15 had instant success, whether they made the playoffs or had a winning record in their first year.
Right.
So what these owners are telling y'all is like, we don't care if this guy is a first-year D coordinator or a first-year offensive coordinator. We see that he's able to get things done and he can relate to these players.
And these owners get this right so often that the league turns over coaches basically a third of the
every
teams
team has fired their
every
OCs or moved on from their
year.
OCs.
Yeah.
Like,
And to the point you just made, everything is on the line for McCarthy this year. That was the same thing last year.
Right.
This was supposed to be the year
is right.
everything was on the line. And Belichick is available right now. I do not understand the thinking at all.
So here's the deal, in my opinion. Yeah, is it ageism? Yes, because you're talking about longevity. Just because he had success with the Patriots, you want him to come there and have longevity. So you're looking for your next Mike Tomlin, your next John Harbaugh, somebody that's going to be there and have sustainable success. Bill's problem is he didn't do what Nick Saban did. He didn't continue to hire young, innovative coordinators. Who's excited about, okay, he's going to bring in Mike James and Patricia and Joe Judge, and if he decides to move on, those are his predecessors. That's who he's going to elevate. So he needs to go find some young, innovative, like Mike McCarthy did, had to go take a look at himself, realize that it's a different landscape, and he has to adjust to the way that he communicates and the way that he collaborates with other people, because no longer is this a dictatorship, right? You know, he has to be able to work well with others, but he has to get some better young coaches that can excite some of these owners that if he leaves, these are the future.
Let me finish this with a man who played for Bill Belichick. You began your career playing for him. Do you think, because I hear people say he can't relate to young players today, his style, all the rest of that. Do you think that if he walks into a situation with a good team, he is the right person to take them, the Cowboys, the Eagles you just pointed out,
Bills.
others that we feel might be a step away? Is Belichick still the guy who you think could take them over the top?
I do, because I think that there's no one out there X and O's why they can compete with him. I just think that his football, you know, he's a football savant. Like, again, just coming from a guy who played under Bill, no one had me prepared more. Like, no one had me prepared better. When we talk about the Dallas Cowboys, what are we always talking about? We always talk about the stupid penalties. We always talk about clock management. We always talk about situational football. Well, who was better than Bill Belichick in those areas? No one. Okay, so to me, if Mike McCarthy falls flat on his face, yeah, I would definitely take a look at Bill.
But the crazy thing is, Mike Vrabel offers everything that Bill Belichick does, and then more, and the youth.
He Bill Belichick in a football game.
And yet he's going to wind up probably with us. Mike, there's a seat for him here if he's interested.
The Commanders could decide to talk to him if they just decide to expand their search. But I am a little surprised that Vrabel hasn't gotten more interest.
I'm a lot surprised. Yeah. In the meantime, I want everyone to see something funny that happened yesterday. There was a survey on Zillow. You know what that is? That's where you find out about real estate and everything. They conducted a poll of the most desirable neighbors for this coming year. And they did a football one.
Oh, look at that.
And amongst the players, Travis Kelce was the winner, and Snoop Dogg and the entertainers. And Terry Bradshaw beat me out. But 2% of the people voted that I would make the best
It's because of Phoebe.
And it is because of Phoebe. There's no question about it. That is my beloved dog, Phoebe, the Australian Labradoodle. We clean up after her. We are excellent neighbors, right? You've been to the house?
Bro, I sign off on it, 100%.
We are excellent neighbors.
Excellent. You were fantastic hosts.
Yes.
You and Stace, like I am all in on it.
I would never come over empty-handed,
nope.
Right? We always come on over there. We're in bed early at night, so we don't keep you up
Eat early, go to bed early. Yep.
So we asked the squad here, of all the people at ESPN, who would you most like to have as your neighbor? And here are the selections. We got 2 votes for Marcus Spears. Kmart, why Swagoo?
Number 1, I feel like Swagoo would have a lot of food.
Yeah, bring a plate over.
Being that he's Southern, he would have to share it with me. So that's literally, it's food. That's it.
Bartholomew, well, look at you. You picked D. Wood.
Because he is my neighbor.
So basically, yeah.
So it's all good.
But Damian picked Jeff Saturday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, ain't no shit. Look at you. Look at you trying to start.
I'm just trying to read
I picked Jeff because, like, Jeff and I, we were like go fishing, and we got big man thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, we think alike. Yeah, we think alike, so we good.
I'm a city boy.
Yeah.
I would like Jeff Saturday. I voted on this as well. We didn't have room on the screen. I picked Jeff because I just feel like when stuff broke, he could fix it.
Yeah. Like my hot water went out. Check the pilot.
I really need that in a neighbor more than anything. I got broken stuff. I feel like Jeff would be over there. Yes. Bing, boom, bing, whatever. You got a beer for me, Greeny? Sure, I got it. He's coming over with a tool belt. He's got a vest on. I feel like Jeff would just be good at fixing stuff.
Baby Bob Vila.
Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tô màu bức tranh con quạ đen để gửi tặng các bạn. Mình mong rằng các bạn hãy ấn like và đăng ký kênh để ủng hộ mình, để mình tiếp tục với động lực ra video. Cảm ơn các bạn rất nhiều.
Đầu tiên mình sẽ đi chọn màu để tô cho bức tranh của mình các bạn ạ. Các bạn hãy theo dõi quá trình tô màu của mình nhé. Phật ở trên kia cao quá, mãi mãi không độ tới nào.
Là mình đã tô màu xong rồi, các bạn cứ tô điểm hay tôi xin mình like đăng ký kênh là tất cả các bạn rất nhiều. Mỏi quá.
Chuyện này không thấy bóng nào, bồ đề chẳng muốn nào hóa. Vì sao độ ta không độ nào?
Bây giờ sẽ tiếp tục đi tô màu.
Dòng tương tư vì ai vòng lên vô phàng. Chuồn thấy bóng nào, bồ đề chẳng muốn nào hóa. Vì sao độ ta không độ nào? Vẫn sẽ không bao giờ.
Lại gậy thi thủ nhà từ đường gậy
cho đến trước qua nếu không muốn giữ cuộc tình này thì em hãy nói ra đi. Vì sao em vô tâm, vì sao em rời xa tôi ơi? Có lẽ em không một câu hứa. Có lẽ chỉ em chưa đổi thay. Chuyện tình cũng đã hết rồi thì em hãy cứ đi đi. Đừng tìm nhau. Đôi mắt này làm nhau thêm hoài nghi. Cứ để một lần chia ly để xem ai nhớ thương ai. Tình si ngày dài năm tháng còn dài, ai sẽ nhắm trước đôi mi. Khi tình yêu có không giữ thì sẽ mãi mất mà thôi. Ta hãy xem như là chưa có nhau trong đời. Đời anh là du ca, anh không lựa chọn được người ơi. Dẫu biết anh yêu nhưng chẳng thể với tới. Rồi đến từng đêm trôi, nỗi nhớ dâng trào trong anh, nhưng anh không thể nói tiếng yêu em. Mấy phút con mẹ rồi nhỉ. Ai giời, tâm môn này. Qua anh mơ thấy tất cả là sự thật. Sao môi anh run và nước mắt vẫn tuôn, mắt anh nhắm lại không thể thêm nhẫn nại. Như vậy là bức tranh của mình hoàn thiện rồi các bạn ạ. Các bạn thấy đẹp thì hãy cho mình xin lượt like, lượt đăng ký kênh ủng hộ mình nhé. Mình cảm ơn các bạn rất là nhiều. Tạm biệt các bạn.
Chào mừng các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tô màu bức tranh đó là con ong mật để gửi tặng các bạn. Mình mong rằng các bạn hãy ấn like và đăng ký kênh để ủng hộ mình. Mình cảm ơn các bạn rất là nhiều.
Đầu tiên mình sẽ đi chọn màu để tô cho bức tranh của mình các bạn ạ.
Rồi mình đã đi tô màu xong các bạn thấy tô điểm share cho mình xin like, đăng ký kênh, cảm ơn tất cả các bạn rất là nhiều.
Một chút nhớ thân ai, một chút mưa vòng lại, một chút thương mà buồn mỗi sớm mai.
Bây giờ mình sẽ tiếp tục đi tô màu nha các bạn.
Một chút mưa đầy biển, chút mưa thôi mà đau đến trái lòng. Yêu là như thế, dù là sai thế nào vẫn cứ yêu thôi, và yêu đến khi tàn hơi. Bao lần đã cố nhủ lòng phai quên đi, mà tìm mới sao mềm yếu quá vậy. Trái tim anh vào dòng mõ năm để nhớ em, giấc mơ ơi ở lại bên tôi đừng tàn nhanh. Ngày mai thức giấc thấy giữa lòng mình hình bóng ấy. Nắm tay anh đừng để anh đi, đừng để anh đi. Lỡ sinh ra để yêu nhau chẳng rời xa đâu. Bình yên ở đây chẳng đâu xa vời. Vâng. Anh sẽ viết khúc ca kể về em, về chúng ta mà. Mẹ tôi đã khóc nhiều lắm. Mẹ tôi khóc vì tôi ngày xưa là ước mơ của mẹ. Con đã sai rồi, con xin lỗi. Mẹ con thương con yêu con, mong mẹ hãy đến giúp con. Tối nay mình tôi giờ đi đâu, về đâu nữa, óc của tôi cứ quay cuồng đã bao